over than through.
Will gave up his father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made after all. Especially if the old Duke's fall means his rise.
A private word would be nice.
Will sacrificed his own father. I hope freedom from the Pact is worth it to him.
Will sacrificed his own father. A hard choice, but not one that is unknown in nature. At times, a seedling must strangle the very tree that bore it, if it's to survive.
Time and again, Will's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. It's one thing to make such a sacrifice in the pursuit of such a pack, but to do so in order to escape one. Truly, it leaves you with nothing.
Soldier?
I did not know Duke Ravengard that well. But I am sure he would not want his son to become slave to Zariel for his sake. I am sure Will knows that. But we would do well to remind him when his days grow dark. Hope. The very hook from which these devils try to hang us. I have no answers. For you or for Will. But if Mizora means to linger with us, I mean to find out if devils do indeed sleep. And just how heavily.
The devil Mizora's made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. Impossible. My bargain was uncommonly reasonable. A single soul for the return of Baldur's Gate's most beloved Duke. A real bargain, I should think. I never thought the legendary Blade of Frontiers would surrender his father for freedom. Not very valorous, if you ask me. But what does a mean old devil like me know about heroes? I'm afraid that's not an option. I'm quite stubborn, you see. Take a swing or a stab if you want, but I'll just slip away for a breather. One of the perks of being a half-devil, of course. Just because he's not my pet doesn't mean he's not useful. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched.
I brought my own pair.
Let's see what this does.
also has roots.
Bloody gnomes. We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole. Bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well. You'll change your mind once they kill innocent citizens. The only language they'll understand is that of intimidating violence. Then you're no friend of the fist. No matter. I'll find someone else. Most folks around here will do almost anything. You pay them enough.
From what I
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose.
what a charmer. Gimme.
Still breathing, despite everything. Need to find a way forward.
Better off sleeping in the gutter than that anything next to you.
Open up.
Greetings.
Out of the way.
Means we're getting a real room.
Ah, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose.
Don't mind if I do.
Raven Guard's back from Elturel. Did you hear? Place fell clear down to the hells. What I wouldn't give to grab a flagon with the Duke.
look at you. Exhausted. You've been pulling all night.
Don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
That's curious.
Pleasure house. Den of decadent delights.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you.
My prices. Get your seafood here.
We'd be better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of iniquity.
You'd think a bunch of martyrs would be happy to see a trader.
Stupid bridge guards. Should have dumped a lot of them.
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mated temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again. Does that excuse being rude? Excluding folk? Come off it. They wouldn't let me in. Spouted some tripe about my sort and absolutist murderers. I only wanted to sit down a minute. Let me show you. Pleasure doing business.
I don't mind it.
Damn
Honestly.
priests.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
First is the coronation. Now, we've not filed in the right entry papers. This place was meant to be a city of heroes, not pissing paperwork.
Should have come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
Maybe the circus would be more open to traders?
And if a patron confuses me,
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up. Have a skeg at these. That should do you.
Get your seafood here. Don't mind it. Honestly.
well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room. Brothel, pleasure house, den of decadent delights.
Dar was right.
What do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs? Aye, I'll second that. It's all right where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
One more mark, then we can go.
The Master said we have enough. The Black Mass is ready to begin.
It's not for the Master. It's for me. I want a beating heart there, ready for me when the Mass is complete. And we're finally granted our freedom. After 200 years of rats, I think we deserve a real drink.
There is no time. We are expected back at the palace.
Relax. The Black Mass won't start until Master drags Astarion from whatever hole he's hiding in. We have time to find one more person. What did you say?
Of course not. We were merely discussing a celebration to be held in the palace of Khazad-dûr-Zar.
You should come! It'll be the talk of Baldur's Gate. As if you know anything about it.
Come, brother. We have wasted enough time.
So it seems. I just need a minute. Then we can go.
We are just leaving. We have a celebration to attend.
God of the oppressed, my eye.
We are just leaving.
Hear me out.
You'd think a bunch
Jerez's
of martyrs would be happy.
Let's talk. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. And just when things...
Well, hello. What can I do for you? Lead. I found so many victims for Khazad-dûr here. They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
How about the flock?
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more needed.
It's not for the Master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the Mass is done, and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion? It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
Isn't it obvious, sister? He wants to ascend with the rest of us. He heard about the ritual and the power our master will grant us, so he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Where is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother, please!
Fine. You owe your wretched life to my friend. Now tell me what I need to know.
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace, there's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time. Hidden from us all. Do you really think you can stop him?
I'm the only one who can. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I don't need to fear him anymore. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them. You sound surprised. I am capable of doing the right thing from time to time. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves. Trust me, I'd rather slaughter someone else's family, but if that's what it takes. And it's not like their sweet innocence. They brought Cazador just as many victims as I did. You're not getting sentimental, are you? I thought you were with me on this. Then we'll deal with it. It can't be worse than everything else we've faced. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
I'd probably
Careful,
break
I'm
his...
back.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Circus would be more open.
Moving ahead. don't give me trouble now. These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose. Good boy. Blood near the bed.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels. Here we go.
oh, pleasure house, den of decadent delight. Such a prude.
Well, they're just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone
Here, till the end of bloody time.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
Who has rooms?
You're not.
Never wanted the easy path.
Listen.
Think a bunch of
Oh, ain't probably a fishmonger.
Good idea. Brothel?
There's blood shortages. Rationing.
Succulent seafood, straight out the sea. Take your pick.
Come back soon. Fresh catch every day, guaranteed. My prices. Get your seafood here.
You will when you've met the drought.
Frank. Well, I see you taking charge.
Slow down, sweetie. I'll take that.
Deep breath, honey. Yeah?
Trying to climb up one, you madman.
First step is the hardest.
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
It's because we already helped you fix it.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
But they were Gortash's idea with...
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job. Whatever you're working on, hope that fixes it for you.
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
We've got the tool for the job.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? Oh, darling, I'm hurt. It sounds awful.
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. We could. It would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. Ask it. You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a ballast to lead us. Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see this city again. much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it. As you wish.
What I wouldn't give to make a Gandhi if you My tools can fix anything.
I would, but this armor was pricey. He
Welcome to Danthilon's Dancing Axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the finest adventurers.
To meet my mother and father.
Don't draw any trouble on old Enthar. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
What do you need? Short father, bless you.
How else was I supposed to see the ranch? The Gondians built this thing.
Good armor is hard to find. Maybe I could wear it to...
You break it, you... Well, knowing Enthal, it was already broken.
Should mind my step.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours, it seems.
Let me guess, you need something.
You break it.
Yes, oh, Oaken maiden.
No time to rest. How much farther can I go?
No screw too loose, no door too unhinged.
Now here's someone who appreciates the finer things. Welcome, sir.
Might be useful.
The trader has no problem with you inspecting these goods, so long as you're willing to pay for them.
But good armor is hard to find. They crush everyone. Maybe I could wear it to dinner with your folks.
Danthelon's dancing axe.
If it ain't broke, it's because we already helped you fix it.
Did you see how far that watch threw me?
Bet I can crack that open.
Guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell. You've convinced them, for now. But transgress again, and no amount of talking will get you out of trouble.
hard to find. Maybe I could wear it to dinner with your folks.
This ought to be good.
Still alive, so that's progress.
How about Blockhouse? Pleasure's plenty of strength.
Great! We can bond with 10 other people and pay none of them any sense.
Speak. Ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best. Speak. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. I believe you. The gods can grant power or...
Breathe deep.
Worms Crossing. This place has been a haven, when Harpers were less than welcome in the city proper.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Always a pleasure.
Well, are we ready for the road once more? You're sure? Later, then. I tell you not to get in trouble, but I suspect it will find you whether you like it or not.
Is something burdening you? It is done.
next, I wonder?
Indolence breeds madness.
No one back home will ever believe this. Never wanted the easy path. Time for a chat.
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
Moonrise Towers at last.
Hear me.
Make no mistake. I will have answers about these gate tadpoles.
Easy, lady. We need answers, yes. To catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Got private rooms, music,
That doesn't
and
translate.
all-round pleasant
I don't
folks.
know if
from
Githyanki
what I
have
heard.
honey, or vinegar, or flies, even.
Confuses me
Let's
for a
just
member of
show
staff.
some restraint.
I'd
I'm
probably
capable
break
of
his nose.
restraint, just as you're capable of raw fury. I trust we'll find reason to exercise both here.
Welcome to the Caress, an oasis of pleasure. A weary traveller, battered and bruised, you come for sustenance, no, decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance. It's Fion you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fion slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her. Sweeting, this is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it. Hmm?
Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on.
Something's off about this one. On your guard.
Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer. Good to see you again. Even if you have put me out of pocket. The boss bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by. Ah, I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. Carilla is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. Take your time. Have a drink. Sample the goods. Go see him when you're feeling refreshed.
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Else, darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. Like other anchoring for spicier flavours. How about you give me a taste? What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon. You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots, order up! Another tankard for the fist.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Sharess's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon. Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye. You got it, but the new hooch is off limits. Can't have the mamsel leaping down my throat if I go burning yours. Pleasure to serve. Sharess Caress, the mamsel's brainchild. Wet your tongue, soak your skin, scratch your itch. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't.
Especially for you.
My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding secrets. I'd like to keep it that way. But you poke some folk hard enough, they're bound to squeal. And Mamselle Amira there looks about ready to burst.
I wish I could kiss you better. I mean...
Have a look. All set, are you?
I don't understand why there's such a type. There are many.
He's even higher. She wants to be rid of that brute.
Yeah, no. Isn't right.
Look at me.
On his leash.
Game. Playing.
You have the key to my heart.
One she can win.
That blacksmith was paying me to use
I
the
put it on
clamping device.
especially for you.
Cabaret here featuring Roll the Despoiler. The highest kicks in Baldur's Gate guaranteed.
Oh? Lovely. And nice.
A new face? Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers crave the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work. Life is prosperous. I'm much happier kissing the many lips of the surface than tending a field or manning a shop.
I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly. There are so many who come to me speaking of a fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it?
Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
You can stare as much as you like.
Nine hells! You followed me all the way here? What could you possibly want with me now? What? How? Nine hells? Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget. Please don't. What do you want from me? It's not my fault. I was forced to do this. Framed even. They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now. I can't tell you. I won't tell you. All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder. Inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to, because I have to. Otherwise, they'll kill me. I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there, tell them Uncle Verloga sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it. There. I told you what you wanted to know. Now, will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
You can't be serious. They'll find me. A cell won't keep me safe. They run this city. All right, I'll go. But if I'm found hanging in my cell, it'll be on your conscience.
Enjoy the fiddling. Throw a few coins our way and let us play on into the night.
The two men bark softly to each other. A single name reaches your ears. Nine Fingers. It's a name you know. Nine Fingers is the head of the Guild, a criminal organization operating inside Baldur's Gate.
You rats with the guild now? Heard Nine Fingers met her match.
The new kingpin? All meat and muscle, that one. And wild as a werebear. If he's looking to oust Nine Fingers, my blade's got his back.
Sounds messy as the ninth hell. Must be why she called us to help.
Is that right? The way I heard it, you Zent cut a deal with the new... Hold on. You there! Getting up in our affairs? Nine Fingers won't be happy about Zenobia, and I'm not about to tell her. Better you than me. Now listen, I'll only say this once. Lower City, Basilisk Gate, Guildhall. And that's all you're getting from me. Now scram! The chat's officially closed.
Not that type of service down here, love. I've got a husband. And you ain't my type. Ugh. Thank the gods. I've had too many miscreants think my kitchen's just another themed playroom. I suppose, if you're willing to pay for it. Now get out from under my feet, would you?
Look at me. You need only think of me.
You have the key to my heart.
I put it on especially for...
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found? That's Quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed? Really? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well? What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!